What's up everybody, welcome back to the One Soul Kitchen. I am Salpi, your One Soul Nutrition Coach, and today I am back with a really exciting recipe. I found this recipe and then I tried it out for myself because I was like, it's too good to be true. And it is a chicken quesadilla with 52 grams of protein. Come on now. Tried it out the other day and it was absolutely delicious and I was like, I need to share this with the people. To get started, what we're going to need is some chopped jalapeno. These are pickled. I prefer that way. Chopped red onion, some low-fat Mexican cheese blend. Low fat, this is 2% cottage cheese. This is a fajita mix, like seasoning mix that I prepared. It's basically equal parts onion powder, chili powder, salt, and garlic powder. I also did add a little bit of black pepper in there just because I really like black pepper. And then also some chopped up pre-cooked chicken breast. You can totally just cook the chicken yourself, but this does make the recipe way easier and faster. We also have an avocado for later, for when we're eating it, and some low-carb flour tortillas. If you're short on time, if you want something that's gonna be super quick, that's going to fit into your meal plan, that's gonna deliver you high protein, this is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and heat my pan. This thing does take a minute to heat up, so I should have done that before we started rolling, but I'm gonna start by keeping it to a medium-low heat. We'll start off with sauteing our jalapeños and red onion. Now that our pan is heated up, we're gonna go ahead and give it a light drizzle with some olive oil. I always mess this part up. I always end up putting way too much. A light drizzle. The dog wants to go out. This is probably not what you're supposed to use this thing for, but oh well. I'm gonna go let my dog out real quick. Come on. Okay, light drizzle, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of my chopped pickled jalapenos. I'm not adding the whole thing. I'm also not really measuring anything, so go as you please. This is cooking, not baking. My best friend is a baker. She loves to bake. Like, she is like making cakes, okay? Like left and right. So no shade to anyone who bakes. Okay, and I'm also gonna throw in my onions. That looks like it's about half a red onion. We're basically going to cook these until the onion softens up. They kind of change color slightly, not letting it burn, just softening up. And then we'll go ahead and throw in our chicken. Now that our starter has softened up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. So this is, I believe, 5 ounces of chicken. So right in there it goes. And then we're also gonna top that with the seasoning. Now this is a lot of seasoning, I think, so I'm not gonna be using all of it. But when it comes to seasoning, do what your heart tells you to do. And that's what my heart told me to do. I'm gonna mix this all up together, and then we won't let it sit on the pan for too long since the chicken is already cooked. So just making sure all the flavors get married and everything is coated evenly with the seasoning. I might actually go in with some more. Now that our chicken is done, I'm just gonna transfer it over to a bowl because we are going to need our pan to be empty for the quesadilla portion of it. Bowl and transfer. Now the next step is to prepare the cheese. The issue with quesadillas, at least for me, was that as delicious as they are very high fat and high carb, which is something that doesn't align with my macros and what my goals are. To make it a little bit easier and more high protein and less fat, we are going to be using cottage cheese. And y'all know how I feel about cottage cheese. I love it. So we're going to be doing 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese into a little mixing bowl. So 1, 2, 3. Decent pinch of low-fat Mexican blend. Mexican cheese blend. Add that in there, like so. And mix that all up together. And the cottage cheese is going to be our secret to it being such a high protein recipe. Chicken by itself is already a very lean and high protein. But the cottage cheese is really what sends it over the edge, because 52 grams of protein in a meal, in a single serving meal, is like ridiculous. It's so good. That's why I got so excited with this recipe, because I was like, it's almost like a cheat meal, but it's not. Like, it's really good, but it's not a cheat meal. We're gonna get our tortillas. I got low-carb flour tortillas. If you're gluten-free, go ahead and sub that out. 2 tortillas. So with the first one, we're going to cover it with our cheese blend. So we're just going to spread our cottage cheese mixture down the middle and then spread it out so that you leave about an inch around the tortilla where there's no cheese. This will make it so it doesn't just like all fall out of it. So just spreading that out like so. And then right on top of that, we are going to stack, oh no, I made a mistake. Don't use the entire cottage cheese mixture on the one tortilla, use half of it because the other half has to go on the other tortilla. So I'm just gonna very gracefully scoop that back into the bowl. The good thing is it's pretty easy to like estimate the half since it's spread already. I'm just re-spreading that. You know, and I did think to myself like, damn, this is kind of thicker than last time. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken over that. I'm gonna go ahead and place that onto our pan and then very quickly grab my second tortilla and cover it with the remaining of our cheese blend. So right there. Similar thing, just make a circle. And then I'm going to quickly flip this over and make like a sandwich. Like I'm just gonna flip it over the other tortilla. And now we let that do its thing. While this is doing its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my plate. So on my plate, I will be slicing up half an avocado just to have as a side. And I also have some pico de gallo and sour cream to go with it. I read a fact about avocados, but I just don't know if it's real or not. I didn't actually read a fact, I saw it on TikTok. But something about avocados were historically only eaten by sloths, and sloths used to be like giant creatures, like almost like giraffes, where they would just like, they were like huge, and so they would just like eat an avocado off the tree and then poop the seed out. And because it's so high in fat and their metabolism is so low, it's what they would eat to sustain themselves. And ever since sloths, humans are the first species to eat avocado. Like I can never get an avocado to look how I want it to look. Quesadilla is ready. I'm just gonna transfer this over to my cutting board, slice it up, and then plate. Oh no, she was too thick. And there you have it, a quesadilla with 52 grams of protein, low fat, low carb. Now remember, when I'm talking about the macros of this quesadilla, I'm specifically talking about the quesadilla. So I decided to plate my quesadilla with avocado, pico de gallo, and sour cream. Are you ready to taste this? I'm so excited. It's really hot though. That is everything I wanted it to be. It's very spicy. I kind of went overboard with the chili powder. Let me know what you guys think about this recipe in the comments below. I will write out the instructions, the cooking instructions in the description, so make sure you check that out and enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.